Hello. Hello, everybody. I am here. I passed my vibe check. Shout out to T, Ace, Beryl, and Junie for being here right at the beginning. So, what are we doing today? What are we up to? I was thinking, and I'm really trying to squeeze out like every little bit of practice that I can for what I'm currently working on, because there's a bunch of old assets that I know I have to go back and redo, but I'm like, I don't know if they're very good. So I'm just trying to go as long as I can, learn as much as I can before I go back and redo those assets. And so I've just been thinking, and I came up with it. I want to make a flagged halberd. So a little spear halberd sort of thing with a flag coming off of it. I'm going to put these things everywhere. This is going to be like my most used asset, for sure, assuming that it's good. I'm going to put these things everywhere. This is the best idea I've ever had. Why am I not going to use this literally everywhere? So that's what I'm up to today. We're just going to be making a little bit of spears and stuff. So yeah, with that, I'm just going to jump straight into it. We're not going to focus too hard on it. So what is the way of things? Oh, before that, actually, how is everybody doing? I forget to ask if everybody's okay every now and again. My apologies. I always intend to ask. I just get kind of lost in what I'm doing sometimes. You know how it is. Okay, so. Hey, Greemall. Been doing good? That's good to hear. You're a cashier, not a doughboy? Hey, you're always a doughboy to me. You will always be a doughboy to me, bud. Let's set origin to geometry, which... What? What? That's not the center of the object. Why does it think that's the center of the object? Is there something weird going on here? No, it's just a... Well, that's weird. I'll do it manually. I will do it manually. We'll do it on our own. On my own. Alright, so let's go ahead and set to... origin? Okay, so this is messed up beyond belief. What is going on? Can I change any of these? Can you not change? What? Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand why this is weird, but we're just going to not focus on it. These are just images. Who cares? So we're going to go negative 45. We're going to get a nice straight up and down. Get it here in the middle. We're going to build our little poleaxe out of this guy. So let's go ahead and pop ourselves on a cube. Let's make it nice and small. Right to the size we like. There we go. That'll be fine. If you look at a halberd, it's not going to let me do this because I don't have orthographic view. It's always a little bit teetered to one side, so let's make sure that it's enough that it's obvious, but otherwise that's good. When you look at halberds, they're rarely ever ergonomically gripped, and that's because these things were mass-produced. These things were literally given to soldiers to be destroyed in the middle of war. And if they made them to fit, they would have all broken. And if they made them not to fit, these things are not used in practical combat. Now, this is paraphrasing quite a bit. This is going a little bit on the light side of history. But for the most part, weapons that you use during war were kind of throwaway weapons. They're not throwaway weapons. Like, you wouldn't throw away like a battering ram or something like that. But like a spear. A spear is meant to be broken. You're meant to like hit it, and if it breaks in half, whatever, you go make another spear. You grab the spear head off. You get another stick to stick it on, whatever. They're meant to be broken. Individual weapons, like swords, shields, the good stuff, you don't break those. The non-war weapons, those are important. Those are the ones that people pay thousands of dollars for. People don't pay thousands of dollars for a halberd. That was not the energy To the best of my understanding. I'm sure somebody from the HEMA community could come out of the woodwork and go, here's evidence against you or whatever. But in my experience, you know, these are not valuable weapons. So we're not going to make them valuable looking. We're going to make this a very simple kind of weapon. Am I rambling? Sure am. Okay, so there's a few details here that I think matter. There's a few details that really matter on this piece of wood, and otherwise I think we're basically done. We got to put some beveling on here. And before I do the bevel, actually, I got to do the bevel first. We're going to put on a little bit of bevel. What? Oh, collision gave me a nice little bonk. Ain't that just the energy? Oh, I see. I have to apply scale. I'm like, what is going on? There it is. Collision, how you doing? Let's go 4. It probably doesn't matter that much. If I shade it smooth, like, you gonna notice? Yeah, you're gonna notice that. You're not gonna notice that. I'll throw on some auto normals. That one's weird. That looks a little weird to me. We'll go 0.4 just to cut that little seam out, but otherwise that looks great. Do I want it to look any better than that? I think that looks perfect. I wouldn't change anything. Working on assets, how's your day? For the sake of brutal honesty, I woke up not too long ago, and I feel a little like trash. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of trash. When you need to equip an army of untrained men, the good weapons are not exactly economically viable. Exactly. Exactly. Barrel gets it. Hey, Simo! Always a treat when Simo's here, because we get so little of you nowadays. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure you're actually here very often. I just, in my mind, there's scarcity. So I have to honor that scarcity. Okay. So we're going to be taking a couple of creative liberties with this little guy here. So anybody who wants to reference real-world weapons, sorry. I'm taking a lot of liberties on this thing because I have to, like... I'm basically designing a weapon that didn't actually exist, but a lot of people theorize it existing. Hey, thanks for the hydrate. Okay, so that is not bad looking. I think I might even go one further down here. Let's do one more. Okay, check it. I'm going to apply my bevel. We're going to come into here. We're going to look at our dimensions and say, does that look okay? Looks fine enough to me. So, what I want to do is put on proportion. Hopefully that's the correct proportion, but we'll know soon enough. And we're going to do some loop cut circles. Please don't turn them. Why do you turn them? It's so annoying. Circle. I don't get why it turns them. It's so annoying. Got a call yesterday that I got another job and they were supposed to send me the contract today, but didn't. That's a little scary. Maybe they forgot, or maybe something weird happened. I don't know. Hopefully they get back to you, though. There we go. That'll do. I'm going to drop it just a little bit. We really want to be careful with this dimension right here. We're going to do the exact same thing here, and we're going to let the proportion sit on. You know what? I have a better way that I should be doing this. Let's not do it like that. I don't want to do it like that. Instead, I want to come down here to this. Oh, also, my computer's being a little slow today, so if we get some drops or something, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Windows did yet another update, which is like, can you guys get it together? I even emailed the recruiter and should I be worried that I haven't received it? And they were like, they're going to send it today. I don't think it's cause for like extreme concern yet, but I would be on guard at the very least. It's a scary business out there. A lot of people are out for blood. Can I really round this? That's not rounding exactly the way I wanted it to. It's not exactly the way I wanted this to look. I think I'm going to manually round it. I didn't want to do it like this, but I think this is the way we're going to do it. I think we're just going to manually do a little bit of this. If we do that, and that'll fit in a flagstaff. That's fine. I just have to make the right shape flagstaff. I should be making the flagstaff to the halberd, not the halberd to the flagstaff. What are you thinking? Why are you accommodating the weapon to the accessory? That's not how things work. Okay, now we apply our bevel and we move on with our life. So let's make the tip. Tried to contact the person who was supposed to send it on Monday. Got it. Well, good luck. Maybe use that as a point of leverage to be like, hey, what's going on? Oh, collision for the stretch. Thank you very much. Oh, you hear my bones cracking? Speaking of blood, did you know that printer ink is per volume more expensive than human blood? Yes, I've experienced this firsthand. It makes no sense to me. It makes literally no sense. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hide you. Also, shout out to Hilda, but I probably don't need this image. I'll keep it for good faith. Hilda's gonna hang out with us for good faith. We're gonna call this flagged halberd. Yeah, it's very expensive. It's annoying. There was a point in time, it's not true anymore. It was true for a little bit, and it was the silliest, weirdest thing in the world. There was a point in time where purchasing a new printer was cheaper than getting ink for a printer. Which is like, how bad is your economy? That, like, that is true. How can that be true? That's insane. Okay, so I gotta be very deliberate with how I make this thing. We have to be very, very deliberate. Now they sell printers with ink cartridges that aren't even half full. Yeah, that's yuck. That's a yuck. We live in a weird world. Am I gonna do this in a bad way? Okay, all the 3D modelers, don't look at this. Don't look at this. My experience in IT says that all printers suck. All printers are terrible. Especially wireless printers. If you get a wireless printer, prepare to have your life ruined. Okay, so we have a flag that we have a backup just in case I screw everything up. We're getting in the habit of making backups. I am learning. I'm learning things slowly. I'm not great, but I am learning. First create a full low poly, then add subdivision. I used to do it that way. I don't love doing that. It gets a little jello-y at times. If you know what you're doing deliberately, I think it's better to take the time to just do it right. But if you're kind of figuring things out, I think subdivision is a good way to see your angles. But for me, I don't need that right now. Oh, we still have, oh, I see. I done goofed it. There we go. Let's get that out. Hey, Gnak Fox. Regards from Spain. Hey, welcome from Spain. How's Spain doing right now? Spain okay? What's it like in Spain? You all having a great time? Go ahead and just pop that out just a little bit. Make sure it looks nice. That's a little too much of a pop out for me. Ugh, why can I not get this? Okay, we're going to pop it out by like 1. Come on. Just grab them. 1.01. Something really small. I just want that little barrier right there. Maybe a little bit more than that. What is going on? Why can't I click anything? Low poly helps you make the models easy. Oh, I totally agree with that. It's just a matter of like how comfortable you are with the mesh that you're currently working on. I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing right now. I'm pretty in on it right now. But otherwise, I would completely agree with you. Okay, so that's my bridge. Nice and easy. What? Oh. Whoops. Let's get rid of that. Dissolve that edge. There you go. GZ. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how tall we want this thing to be before it actually starts. So we're gonna do a little bit of GZ on up to here, and that's gonna be our axe head right there. So I will extrude up. That should be fine. We're gonna do, so it's a weird like Beck to Corbin here. We'll get there. And then I'll E up and we'll figure that out later. I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, so first things first, let's apply some scale. Let's come back here. We're gonna bevel this little edge so it looks actually real and good. So I should have done that before I applied scale. We're gonna apply scale one more time, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a bevel. Make that guy look nice and secure on there. If you look at it from the bottom, it looks a little weird. Maybe I do want it to be down. Let's try that. Will this work? That looks a lot better. That'll do. Anybody who has a problem with that, thanks for looking so closely at my model. Anybody who hates that, good for you. Next up. Recalculate the outside. Make sure we get those normals looking fine. They look fine. Okay. Now we gotta do the axe. Let's do these little buttons first, actually. I guess we'll just stick it on. Let's go for it. Whatever. We're gonna do a UV sphere of 20 and 10. I'll do 12 just for the sake of a little bit of quality. Does this matter? No, this is gonna be the most irrelevant little detail you'll ever do. But, oh well. We're gonna go ahead and pop off the little bolt on the bottom. Just like that. We're gonna go ahead and bring him on down as a nice little bolt. I kind of hate that point right there, so I might curve that out, but we'll see. Looks a little gross. Yeah, he looks gross. I'm not doing that. You're gonna get a little bit of a bevel right there. Is this gonna be the worst bevel I've ever done? No, it looks perfect. There we go. Just one. Oh, it doesn't look great. Oh no. Junie, thank you for the hydrate. I'm giving myself a lot more work here, but I think what I need to do is turn this into a normal map. So I will turn this into a normal map. I don't want to, but I will. So we'll go ahead and subdivision it so it looks nice and pretty for the normal map. And we'll just worry about that later. Story of my life is worrying about that later. Go ahead and just G that on up there. Make them nice and small. G them into place. Let's go ahead and bring it out just a little bit. And we'll put them right in the spot. I think we're looking golden. Future me will deal with it. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I do that to myself all the time. It's kind of a bad habit. I know everybody does it, but man, is it a bad habit. We should all stop doing that, collectively. So I'm going to not practice that today, and I'll worry about that another day. Okay, so that's that. We'll go ahead and throw on a mirror modifier. The mirror modifier will be set to this guy. Flagstaff. Flagstaff Y. Boom. Cool. Grab it again. It's going to make a new Flagstaff, which is crazy. That is... Okay. I looked in Blender to see if there's settings for it. If anybody knows about a setting, please let me know. When I copy an object, don't copy the parent. Just parent it to the original object. Like, I get that there's a very specific use case where you would want to have a copy of the parent, but that's not normal. That's not normally how at least in my opinion, that's not how people normally work in Blender. Why do they do that? I looked everywhere for a setting. I couldn't find it. Past me sets me up for future or for failure constantly. Yeah, I've been working on that. That's like my current thing right now, is trying to stop myself from doing that. We're gonna go like that, and we're gonna go like that. And that should be good enough for me. That looks perfect. Perfect. Okay. We're in business. Let's do this thing. Should I put a little bit of creases and dents on this? I probably should, given that I'm going to turn them into a normal map anyway. We'll deal with that later. That's one of the ones that I'm actually going to deal with later because it makes more sense to work on it later. It's not me just being lazy. But we'll get there when we get there. Also, I'm looking at this curve, and we definitely need a subdivision surface, so I'm not pleased about that. Copy them individually and then parent all at once. Yeah, but I'm using a mirror modifier barrel. Your Blender does exactly what you described, though. Can you tell me how you did it? Because I would love to have access to that amazing technology. I would really enjoy having that technology. Okay, so this is where things get really weird. This is where things get super weird. You didn't do anything? Beryl, I see what you're saying. I just wasn't thinking that way. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know why yours works. That's weird. Mine has been like this since the day I got it. I haven't changed the setting or anything. Okay, so I'm looking off the top of my head, and I see how we're going to do this. It's a little frustrating. In fact, let me go ahead and take this. Let's push this guy right back here so I can take a really close look at him. We're going to go really close. Sorry for how bright this is. I wish it weren't so bright. But it's just the way things are. Okay, so looking at our dimensions, we're going to do a little SZ to bring these guys together like that. 1, 2, that comes down like that is here. That's there. That should be fine. It's going to be a little different than normal, but that looks okay to me. Okay, and then we're going to do the most sacrilegious thing you've ever seen in your entire life. We're gonna grab you, and we're gonna grab you, and we're gonna put on a proportional linear. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Please don't judge me. We're gonna do a little SZ and bring these guys down. We're gonna do just that right there. In fact, I want it even further down than that. So let's say like 0.4. We're looking very carefully. How is this going to look? Boom. That's a pretty good spike, but I'm going to say 0.35 to make it really intimidating. Let's do one more. 0.3. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's a great little bit of symmetry right there. The axe is a little bit bigger than this one is, but otherwise I like the measurements, and I'm okay with a big axe. I know it's not like the routine that you're supposed to do, but whatever. There's part of me that thinks I kind of messed up and I should have just done the axe coming straight off from here, but oh well. Okay, let's call that that. And we're gonna quiz our way towards making this little point. So, this part's gonna get a little ruthless. Off the top of my head, I'm definitely seeing a problem here. We're gonna need to cut this in half. It's a little bit of extra geometry that I don't really need, but it is necessary. Okay, I see it. Excuse me. I see how we do this. We're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing, SZ, like that, and drop that even further. Perfect, just like that. You know what? Actually, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking that we're just going to do it manually. I didn't want to do it manually. That's going to be like the thing that I'm going to say all day. But I think this is necessary. We're just making these nice little spikes here. And I'm pretty good with my curves. I can see curves pretty well. It's one of my better things in 3D modeling. So I think that's okay. I think I can live with that. We'll do a nice little curve right there, which means I probably want to lower these guys a little bit, but I'm going to worry about that later. Okay, now we grab all this, and we're going to pull it out, and then we'll round out this little bit in a second. So, I want to go like this. I want to go straight out. And now we got to make ourselves a scary-looking guy. Which is easier said than done as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Let's go H and unselected, and we're going to grab just the center of this guy. This should work. This should work. This should work. The more I say it, the more it becomes true. This should work. Oh god, it worked. Oh my god, it worked. When did I start 3D modeling? 11 months ago. I am getting pretty close to my 1 year. My 1 year will be in October. It's been quite a trip, honestly. Let's do a smooth to see what that's like. Yeah, it's been a real weird journey, to say the least. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so we have the beginnings of a Becta Corbin here. Now, let's go fix all this, because this is obviously a problem. This is obviously not good. We're going to remove the H, which is Alt-H. That sucks. This is not good looking. Okay, I know how to do this if I have a cube. So maybe I should just use a cube to make this. Really great progress. Thank you. Very appreciated. It's been a weird journey. I said that 50 times. I'm going to say it 50 times more. It's just been a really weird journey. But I am pleased with it. I mean, I think I've done great work. You know what? There is a clear ridge there. Life's just been weird. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. And I've just been trying to, like, manage that while learning 3D. So it's just been kind of like a lot. In a good way. In a really good way. Like, I'm pleased with how things are going. But it's just been, like, a lot. I've just been doing a lot with life and, you know, everything. It's been a crazy year. It's especially been a crazy year to be learning 3D modeling. You know. The more I say it, the more it becomes true. Has the same energy as pressing buttons of an arcade harder to make your attack stronger. Absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking of an arcade, I'm going to an arcade tomorrow. We have a nice little arcade next to us, and my nephew's coming to town, and we're going to go hang out at the arcade. Which is kind of crazy. I love that we have an arcade. It's very weird. The weirdest energy. Okay, so that actually has to J here. And the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking we want to do some mirroring. So let's cut this guy in half, and let's mirror him. Let's give this guy a real solid mirror. Not there. Don't do that. I want to see this guy work a little faster for me. We'll go ahead and delete those vertices. Bamboo! If it isn't CQDK. What's up, CQDK? How was your Wednesday? What'd you do? If you can let us know. You know, no need if you don't need to. What made you so busy on Wednesday? Let's do a little Y, and we're done, and we're good. Okay. So, theoretically, I should be able to come in here and fix this up pretty fast. Out. And a little ridge here. Good Wednesday? It's always nice to have a good Wednesday. Remember that you don't always have to make items from a single mesh. Simo, I need to learn how to do that, for sure. I agree with you completely. I am not very good at letting myself just make a mesh and be like, oh, it's done. I'm always trying to, like, complicate things. We're going to dissolve these edges. I'm going to do some weird connection stuff later. But I just need to combine those together because it comes out in a straight mass. I agree, though. I do need to practice not getting lost in the sauce every single time I make something. Okay, this should theoretically work. I just need to figure out where I'm going from here. Hello? No, I want global... We want global Y. We want global X. There we go. Sure. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we're looking to make a hard square surface that turns into a spike. So we're making a cube, but we have 2 extra dimensions that we're working with. Oh, my brain. I'm gonna melt my brain here. This is more advanced than I thought it was gonna be. Where were you on Wednesday 15th of September 2021 at 6 o'clock? These are the hard-hitting questions. These are the hard-hitting questions that the kids just don't want to answer these days. I am fairly certain if I go SX0 and I make this flat, I'm fairly certain that will work. I'm fairly certain this will work. And we'll extrude in a straight line. Please extrude straight. Thank you. Am I about to do this? Am I about to do this? Am I about to do this? Sure. I think we're actually on it. Dare I say this will work? Dare I say this will work? Is that actually going to work? This is actually going to work, isn't it? And if I throw on a auto smooth, it's gonna work. I gotta smooth this guy out. This is a number one. I have to smooth this. But we have a Beck to Corbin. Now, am I gonna rely on subsurfacing to smooth this? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna do it manually as best as I can, but I'm not exactly sure how to begin doing that. There it is. Okay, okay, we can solve problems. We can solve a little bit of a problem. Ain't my first rodeo. Look at that. That's pretty solid. You do not want to be hit by that thing. Was on a small school trip where we had to be pretty much all day, where we had PE pretty much all day. And at 9 p.m., we had a huge party outside with loud music and a little campfire. That sounds lovely. That sounds so nice. I want to go back to school. I want to do stuff like that. That sounds amazing. Is this going to be a problem? No. No, it looks great. Okay. This part doesn't bend. Let's up this resolution to like 45. Let's up this resolution to like 60, and now I'm worried about this. Oh no, it looks fine. School life is best life. I mean, I like being an adult. Like, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the freedoms of being an adult. But, you know, there is something really nice about just, like, being free. Would I give up my adulthood to be a child? No. Would I go back and do it again if I could come back, like, to this time when I was done? Oh, yeah. You're gonna make me feel like feel old, like, at 19? You miss your homie? I get that. I get that a lot. I just recently, like, sort of reconnected with a friend from my childhood. Well, Junie is one of them, to say the least. But I also reconnected with another friend from my life way back when. And it's just cool to, like, be like, whoa, you're alive. You're still doing things. Isn't that cool? Your school crush? Oh, I don't know about school crush. I don't think I mess with that. There is nobody that I liked during high school that matters at all to me in my life anymore. I think we have to do this, right? Let's dissolve that edge and see how that looks. It's very flat. It's almost like cool the way how flat it is. But let's take a look at that with our setup. Balksy. Balksy, thank you for the subscription. Look at that. That is solid. What's up, Balks? How you doing? I don't see you in stream very often. Okay, these two are connected, which is kind of driving me a little nuts. Let's get rid of those two. We're gonna have a lot of fixing to do on this model. That's to say the least. Let's get rid of that. Work was a little slow. I just got done making a mess, so I'm relaxing. There you go. What kind of mess did you make? No, we can't do it like that. I'm gonna fix this later. Let's focus on the axe first. Let's do the axe side right now. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with that Becta Corbin. That's looking great. Next up, we got the axe. And the axe, I'm going to take a few liberties with on this side. So, we're going to want a really dedicated cutting edge. A big chocolate pudding looking one of concrete. What? Can you translate that for us? What does that mean? We don't want normals. We're going to want ourselves a little bit of global X. What does a little bit of chocolate pudding looking concrete mean? I made concrete. It looks like pudding. It's all fluffy looking. Got it. That is very weird. I'm going to do a little bit of SX0 to make that flat. We're going to apply scale, which I don't think matters, but I'm doing it anyway because it takes 2 seconds. And then we're going to extrude along normals. SZX. It's like a froth, doesn't taste too good. One of concrete sounds like a name of a gang of golems. I love that. I love that a lot. You all are saying things that I sort of don't understand. Did you taste your concrete? Is this a joke? Is this a joke I don't understand? Am I missing it? Okay, we're going to round that later. And by later, I mean in like 2 seconds. Okay, so first things first. Let's go into here. Let's grab you. Let's peel you back to make that nice little angle we want. We're going to grab these two and peel them forward to make a little bit of that curve, but I'm going to do the rest of the curve later. The main curve has to be here. This is going to get weird quick. This is going to get weird quick. I know I'm doing this in the wrong order. I'm sure everyone has a problem with this, but I don't know how to do it better. So, my apologies. A little bit forward. Let's apply that scale one more time. Let's go back to edit. Yes, it's a joke. Okay. So, Boxy eats concrete is what we've all learned on this day. So every time you come into chat, you're going to be the concrete eater. So, well done. That needs to be like a flat panel. Oh, I done goofed it. I done goofed it. I wish I could just nibble on concrete all day with no repercussions. Now, anybody who knows Boxy knows that that is very possible for Boxy. So I think you're actually telling the truth, and you're saying it's a joke to, you know, sell us on a narrative or something. In fact, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, I did this wrong. Hey, thank you for the hydrate. Very important to stay hydrated when you're losing your mind, as I am. SC, we're going to go even higher, and now we can take it and do the thing that we're going to do earlier, which is that, followed by this. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, now we need to connect some pieces together. So let me figure out where I want this to go. Okay, that looks roughly even to me, which is exactly what I'm going for. So I think we're good there, and the back part is cleared, so I think we're set to go. Let's do this thing. So where am I drawing my crease at? My crease, I think, starts here. Oh, there's a ridge in the center of this, isn't there? We done goofed it. Oh, we goofed it. I'm going to fix that later. Once we apply the mirror, I'll deal with that. But I'm not going to do it right now, because I think if I remove it now, we'll have too many problems with the mirror at the end. And I don't want to deal with that. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves. We need to come up to here. Okay. So, we're on regular faces now. Grab you, halfway, grab you, halfway. We're going to choose a point here, but we're not going to do that yet. So let's GG this guy on up to where we like. It's thinner here, broader here. So we're going to go ahead and grab maybe like a 0.7. Come on. Negative 0.7. Come on. GG. Go up to a 0.7. Blender can really be the worst sometime. I'm just going to choose an amount and hope that I can do this. That's close to 0.7. So 0.7.2 or 0.12. This is going to be a problem. Grab you, do that. Grab you, do that. Did you know that a kilogram of cement has enough material to last you the rest of your life? I can guarantee you won't need any supplements after eating it. Barrel? Barrel. I think that was your best. I think that was your best joke. Joke of the year. Joke of the year award goes to Barrel. You said that with such coyness that it had to be true. Joke of the year. You win. Well done. Ugh. I have a feeling I can do this, and it's going to be the most disgusting, messy thing you've ever seen, but it does work. It works. Okay, that's how I'm doing it. All right, and now we want to do this little ramp up, and I'm hoping it'll auto-generate for us. Please. Eat cement, stay safe. I wish I would have come up with something like that. Well, take notes. Take notes. There's always next time. Write that down, write that down. Oh, Blender. Oh, Blender, why are you like this? Why are you like this? All right, you know what? I'm a terrible person. I'm going to do it the terrible way. We're all going to be upset about this, myself included. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a hide. Unselected. Don't judge me. Do not give unto me the judgment. That's why you create the first low poly. You know what? We got a lot of that's what That's what I was talking about here in chat. You all make your own Beck de Corbins. All right, let's do a little bit of this. 0.8. I don't think that's enough. But I'm going to give that a shot. No, I don't love that. You know what? I realize how I should have done this. I'm now looking at it, and I know exactly how I should have done this. I should have done all one and then done my curve. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. I really hate to do this to everybody. I really hate to do this to everybody since I've gotten this far, but this is what we're doing. I really hate to be the one to do this. This hurts me inside. This hurts me more than it hurts you, okay? That's what responsible people say when they do terrible things. What I don't get is how it starts from nothing and then very quickly escalates like that. That looks very weird. That curve is very strange. The more you know? Yeah, but I wasn't about to do the low poly version. This isn't a low poly sketch for me, as far as I'm concerned. I get what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with it. It's just not the energy right now. Oh, I see. I see exactly how we want to do this now. Bada boom. We're going to do a little GG on up to here. Oh, that's pretty good looking. We're going to do a little GG up to here. Wait, what? I messed something up. GG up to there. Make a nice straight line for us. And a GG up to here. Make a nice straight line for us. Done deal. Done deal. We're done. Now, I have to, amongst everything else, I must... That actually looks really good. That looks super solid. Almost as if the blacksmith did not foresee you'll recreate it one day using only squares. That's true. That's very true. Let's go ahead and pop this guy on. Now, what we really want to do is remove this center bit. This is going to be ugly. You know what? Screw it. I can manage this. We can pull a fast one on him. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a bridge. And we're going to take a look at what that looks like. That's what I thought was going to happen, but honestly, it's a cool look. It's kind of a nice look. Kind of a nice look. Okay, moving on from that. We can edit this thing really fast. If I go see-through, we have these full sheets. I can honestly just delete them. Same thing here. You. All the way across. Give you a little bit of a delete. Make sure everything else looks good. We just have 2 more in here. That's no big deal. Not you, but you. Let's delete those. Hey! Okay, I'm pretty pleased with this. I gotta say, I am pretty pleased with this. The one thing that I would change is right here. I would make this a little bit wider. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll make this just a little bit wider, and we're gonna get going. Boom. Can't be mad at that. We'll go ahead and push you out a little bit. That's not the blade. I'm just doing that for the sake of the bevel. We're going to go back to the blade here in a moment. Let's go into object. Let's apply our scale one more time, and let's do this thing. Moment of truth. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks glorious. Oh, we're here. Folks, we are here. Okay, my computer decided to freeze for some reason. Okay, it went to UVs. It really wanted us to do some UVs there. I don't know why that was. Look at that. Look how beautiful she looks. I hope you're all getting sick. Okay, so. Oh, I like that little emote. That's a nice emote, Beryl. Let's go ahead and pop this down. I'm going to bevel the inside of this thing a little bit later, but for just the sake of making it feel a little bit more realistic, we're going to do that. I need to round this guy out, which I am dreading. Let's just do it. I hope you all get sick. I did say that. Those were words that came out of my mouth. We want a 6. I want even. Nope, I want a 7 because I want the even on the center here. Yes. Not mad. I'm not mad at all about that. Now, there's a reason I made it a little bit more prominent than this one, and that'll be relevant very soon. It's only been an hour. We're finishing this thing. I'm finishing this today. Hey, buds, I'm finishing this today. Has he made a big mistake with his life? Has Red made the world's biggest mistake? I believe he has. So he's going to fix it right now, and we're all going to pretend that we're not watching this. Was it a valiant effort what he was doing earlier? Yes, it was. But we're going to not think about this. We're all just, nobody sees this. Nobody knows what I'm doing. Yep. We're all normal. Boom. Yep. Okay, cool. So, be right back. No worries. No worries. Wow, my brain. Hey. I think it's like one of the first times anybody's ever actually used the lurk command. I love these little articulate points here. That is such a weird detail that would totally be in something like this, but it was not done intentionally. You know, I think blacksmithing and 3D modeling have a lot in common. You get better and you get better and you get better, and you're working towards a goal, right? You are trying to get better, but ultimately, you're kind of just going. Like, the work that you're doing is a little... What? Hey! The work title is absolutely correct for me. Absolutely. Red began to refer to himself in third person as the madness deepened. I don't know how many layers of madness we've reached at this point, but we're in it. But I think blacksmiths and 3D modelers have a lot in common. The product that you're making is sort of based on the function of the design that you're working on, more so than just being like, I'm going to make whatever I want. Clearly, you can make whatever you want if you want to, but it requires extra work. And usually when you're on a crunch, what you're doing is based entirely off of your ability to be working the way that you're working. So I would say there's a lot of commonality between the two of them. Hey, Cat Lord, or Rat Lord. Sorry. I go by Cat Lord sometimes. But you're Rat Lord. Quite the opposite. Okay, let's do that. Let's bevel this inner rim. Should I bevel everything? I think I should bevel everything. Let's fix this first. Let's just fix this first. I'm going to not think too hard about things, and we're just going to fix this. That should be all right, if not disgusting looking, a little gross. There is no blacksmith to oppose you. Like any blacksmith could take me. I'd like to see a blacksmith try. That curve is really awkward. I want to figure this out. Any master retopo people out there, feel free to give me advice on how to fix this guy. But for the time being, I'm leaving it. And I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to apply scale one more time. And we're going to do some beveling on the inside here, which I think is not my best call. But I'm going to go for it anyway. Because why not? I think it'll look good. So I'm going to want like a bevel of probably 3. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's deal with that later. What I'm going to do right now is focus on the spear tip. So it's spear time. Okay, go into your mind. Manifest a spear tip. Make a spear tip work. You got this. You can do this. You can do this. You've done so much already. This is going to be easy. Also, I'm definitely seeing a problem here that needs fixing. We're going to go... Yikes. Yikes, I messed this sketch up real bad. What else is new? You know what? I can just fix this very easily. I'm going to not worry too hard about this. I'm going to grab the whole thing, just a nice little ring around the rosy, and we go SZ0, and it all works, and it definitely didn't alter any of my geometry, please. And we GG that on down. Sure, whatever. The good topo mostly matters if you want to animate, simulate physics, or texture. Well, texture is going to be crucial here because we're adding a metallic texture to it, so it's going to show off a lot of imperfections very quickly. So we'll get there when we get there. I'm going to go ahead and put on a smooth proportion. We're going to come down just a little bit and lower that. Just so we can make sure that that has a little bit of a grind to it. It doesn't matter too much, but enough just to see something. You meant UV drawn textures? I mean, I will notice it, Beryl. I'm telling you that. If I come in here and I go, if I go to my nodes and I throw on a metallic with low roughness, you'll instantly see it. Like, there's no doubt you will see that. So I will have to fix that. Okay. Boy, he is good looking. Oh, I'm pleased. I'm pleased as punch, man. I actually think I just fixed my render as well. Hold on. I just fixed it. Let's clear out this, and we're gonna start from scratch up top here. Hello. Boom. We fixed it. I don't know how we fixed it, but we fixed it. Easy. Don't ask me how that worked. I couldn't tell you. Alright, so now we just make a little spear tip. I'm looking at this, and I think this is kind of a monster. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce these. I think we're going to dissolve those edges and just get that a little bit more gradual looking. It doesn't need to be so crazy. Actually, I take that back. Let's get rid of one of them. Okay. We'll get to thinking about that later. As per the norm. It's always going to be for later. Okay, so this part, we just go for it. Extrude along normals, out. No more proportions, out. We make a spear, and then we go all the way up to the top. But because we're using a little bit of a like convex curve, we want to be careful with how we do that. So this guy is going to be popped in just a little bit. And then the tip, we grab, and we merge at center. That's basically a perfect angle as far as I'm concerned. And now we need to grab the whole thing and shrink them down. Okay, so grab all of you. And make it nice and small. That looks just about perfect to me. We'll go ahead and assign that ridge to it, but aside from the ridge, I think we're done. In fact, I'll let it go in even further because the ridge is going to do all the work. I don't like doing it like this, but I think this is actually going to work in my favor. Also, I forgot to assign my J's to here. There's going to be a lot of cleanup required on this file. I had a feeling I wasn't going to do it perfect my first time, but we gave it the old college try, and I can't be upset about that. Does the ridge starts all the way down here. Okay. I think it is required for us to do this. Apply some scale to this guy, come back, and now we're going to do some beveling. And we're going to do the exact same thing up here as soon as I actually correct it and make it look nice. Ooh, I'm confident. You know what I didn't do? I didn't start the raffle. Oh, I need an alarm that goes off. Okay, let me start the raffle. I can change the timing on it whenever I want, so it's not that big of a deal. Let me go ahead and start that raffle for everybody. Oh my gosh, why did I forget the raffle? I knew I was forgetting something. I was a little too jovial today. There was something. I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know I'm missing something. Okay, there you go. Raffle's up. Anybody who wants it. For anybody who is not aware, the raffle will allow you to take control of the last hour of stream. So if you want to tell me what to make, ideally related to this, feel free to enter that raffle. And as long as it's appropriate and not just like the meanest, worst thing you could come up with, I'd love to make it. I pride myself on making as the best of stuff that I possibly can every day. So, you know, I'm not claiming to be the world's best 3D model or anything, but I do put a lot of effort into it. You know what? I kind of want... No, we definitely want an inverse. We want a leaf. Yeah, we're going to want a leaf, for sure. I was thinking I was going to do it a different way, but this makes sense. Beryl, you got 20 tickets. Do you know why you got 20 tickets? Now, this is like that. The rest of it comes up as a blade. How do I want to do that? If I go like this all the way up, and then I come all the way down in the center. Yeah, it's because you have a sub. That's the magic of subbing. You get a little extra. Okay, I'm going to add maybe a proportional sharp. And we're going to do connected only, and we're going to make it really, really small, really subtle the way that it works. That honestly feels pretty good. You got this lovely little ridge here. So let's sell it. Let's sell the idea. So we have the ridge going all the way down to the bottom here. So I'm going to start here. In fact, I'm going to start here. We're going to go all the way up and all the way down. To the second one, I believe, is what I did. It is. Okay. And we're using a sharp. We're using a nice, powerful sharp to make this work. Which, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, nope, let's not do those. Okay, so we got SY. And we just want a ridge with proportional sharp. And connected. I don't think connected is going to make a huge difference, but for the sake of it, we want connected. And now I got to be careful. This is going to be a little out of control. Oh, wow. That ridge really doesn't want to form. How are we going to make this work? How's this one going to work, huh? Now, normally you would just do that with a texture, right? But is there a clever way that I can make this work for me? Is there a clever way that I can make this work? The only clever way I could think to make it work is adding a bunch of subdivisions along this line, which I'm not doing that. That's like such a bad play. That's such a waste of geometry, honestly. So let's not do that. This is definitely missing things. It's pretty close to being good. I think I want to take a break from this. I think we take a little break from this. I think this is done for now. Like, we got to fix that. We got to fix this. We got to fix this. And we definitely have to fix the spear. But I think I'm done for right now. Hey! How are you guys on this fucked up evening/night? You know. Can't say it's that bad for me. Why is it so bad? What's got you down, Pyro? Okay, let's pop that around. Is that good? That looks pretty good to me. Again, it's not perfect. I'm trusting the procedural stuff a little bit too heavily, but I think it's going to be all right. That spear looks terrible. Compared to these two, the spear looks terrible. But that's the way of things for right now. Let's go ahead and just do it like that. All right, we're going to make a flag. We're going to make just a nice looking flag. I've been dreaming about this flag. Let's make this flag. We're going to make a Taurus. We want to make sure that it looks good. I'm going to say 36 by 12. That does look pretty good. The minor radius probably needs to be a bit smaller. Ye royal paint pointy thing. Oh yeah. That's what we're up to today. Hello, Mom. How you doing, Mom? Everyone say hi to my mom. Don't mind Beryl, or don't mind Pyro. Pyro's just ranting. I spent 6 hours on a building site just because one idiot person didn't check his machine before leaving on concrete job that's 60 kilometers away. It ended up with throwing away 30 cubic meters of concrete, waited 3 hours for a new supply. So what happened? Got 2 games for the Ye little one coming. Very good, very good. Hey, Greemall. Join the raffle. Okay. So now we know you work in construction. This is new information. Pyro, so what happens when somebody leaves a machine on? Does it like dry out the concrete or like what happens? I don't get how a Taurus is useful here. Oh, Beryl. Don't you worry. You are not a concrete technologist? That's okay. I'm not asking you to give me like a scientific answer. I'm just curious, like what happens? Like, why do you have to throw the concrete away? Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. I know that this is not perfect, but this should do. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna do something maybe a little weird. I don't know if this works. No, it definitely doesn't work. If the concrete pump didn't work, the concrete that's supplied can't be used somewhere else. Oh, it didn't work at all. I understand. Is that the dimensions? You know what? That's gonna be it. That's how I'm gonna do it. We're doing it just like this. This is fine. This is fine. Now we're going to make a cylinder. All will be revealed in just a moment. Patience, patience, patience. You're going to like the way you look. We're going to do 28 because we need divisions of 4. And we're going to bring it on up to here. All will be revealed in just a moment. The concrete can't be unconcreted. That is basically my question. Oh no, we need the angle to be down. You waste about $5,000 on concrete? Wow, that's awful. That's actually such an incredible amount of waste. That drives me a little nuts. I kind of feel your pain now. I hate that. What a waste. What a waste of time, money, energy, resources. Yeah, the chemical reaction is solidify. That makes perfect sense. You should sue that guy. That's a joke. Don't sue that guy. Okay, so now we are gold to do this and push this in a little bit. And bridge these faces. And we're going to check our angles. That's looking pretty solid to me. I'm on the supplier side, so it was our fault. I mean, it wasn't your fault, though. It was the guy who left the machine on. But I get what you're saying. Okay, now we do a full little setup like this. We're gonna stick to, we'll do Division 4, why not? There's no harm in it. We're just making an eyelet. It'll be perfect. Okay, alright. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. How are we doing this? My brain does not work like this. Pyro, you are mad. By the way, nice Halberd. I appreciate that. Thank you. Pyro, let's wind down. Let's feel a little better. It's important to gauge your stress, you know? I'm sure I don't have to be the one to tell you that. But, you know, you got this. You're in control. Is that about the size? No, I want it a little bit smaller. We're going to want it pretty small looking and maybe a little further down the staff. Okay, now I come into here and we're going to do this very much by eye. This is medieval, and the people that do medieval stuff were actually pretty good at what they did, but we can make a few estimations about it. So we can do it. Yeah, I've had jobs like that, where people blame you when you're the only one that's doing your job. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just stop doing my job then. Like, if I'm the problem, then sure, I'll stop and we'll see, like, what happens. Lost empathy for the company? I think that's kind of the default trend of the world, unfortunately. Okay, we are about here, I think. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this that way a little bit. We're going to pop this guy out. And we have what should be our completed guy. Yeah. Color me not too upset about that. Here we go. Barrel, you're going to get your answer right now. Here's what you get, Barrel. You get to see what we're doing. All right. Whoops. Let's go orthographic to make sure that we look good. We're gonna do a little bit of a rotation and get back to here. Rotate up. I'm gonna try and remember to do my shortcuts, but we're still just doing stuff. There it is. So, how does that feel? Does that look right? I'm gonna add the cloth material to this in just a moment, but that's it. What's the plate of metal for? It is not a plate of metal. It is a flag. We got ourselves a nice little flag attached to here. I thought a lot about how to do this, and this ring being free-floating is actually really good for us because you want drag. You want this thing to basically fold down. Like, when you swing this, these two rings should cup together, and so you just want this to be free-flowing drag. Obviously, this is not a great weapon. This is more of like a war... I don't know. This is like a show-offy thing. But that's the idea. The more I'm looking at it, the more I kind of want it way bigger. So we're going to drop this down. Yeah, we're going to make it way bigger. And we'll go back to our RY and bring that flag up just a little bit. And we're going to go local, and we're going to do a ZZ. SZ. Nope, sorry. SZ. There we go. What's happening? Just get bigger. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, perfect. So we go ahead and apply our scale. We come into here. We're going to divide it into 2 parts. Grab the whole thing and divide it into a bunch of parts. Maybe that's too much. I'm going to go crazy. Why not? Can the raffle winner say what's going to be on the banner? That would be interesting. I mean, that's not going to take me very long, but sure, if you want me to. I'll give you that and something else if you want. I don't mind that one bit. Okay, we're going to do circles in a little bit. We'll worry about those circles in just a second. Also, it is starting to rain here, so if it gets a little choppy on the stream, I apologize. I have no control over that. I'm sure you all are aware that I have no control of that, but I'm just going to say it out loud. Okay, so let's rename some stuff. We got a flag. We got ourselves flag ring top. We got ourselves flag ring bottom. What else do we have? Sphere. This is going to be called rivet 1, rivet 2. And I think we're basically ready to get going. So I have this guy as a point of reference. I was going to do some interesting stuff like that, but honestly, this looks a lot better for me. I like the way this halberd looks better. Okay, let's do this. Sculpt this guy up. Now imagine a medieval Hello Kitty army banner. I gotta know what the obsession with Hello Kitty is. I gotta know where this came from. That'll be perfectly fine. We'll leave it just like that. All right, and using my sculpting, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this guy. Let's force him down first before we do all this. People say it's satanic like Harry Potter. Oh, Beryl, you love the cloth sculpting? I also like the cloth sculpting. It's very nice. It's like the best tool Blender has, by far. Let me go ahead and bring the flag down first, and then we'll go back to that cloth edit. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, it is like the craziest thing in the world. Okay, so we got ourselves a messy little flag. Perhaps a worn-off edge. If I wanted to do a worn-off edge, I would do that in... I would do that on a normal map or a transparency map, but I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Go back to global. Let's do a little bit of RY to bring this guy back. Are we okay with this? Does this work? Can we live with this? There's part of me that wants to go ahead and add a subdivision, but that actually does nothing for us. So screw that. Okay, there's our flag. Done. As far as I'm willing to do it. Done. Thank you. I appreciate the 11 out of 10. So let's do some noting before we get to the end of the raffle. So I'm looking at all the little dimensions. Everything looks good. The one thing I didn't do is add the... I haven't added the part where you attach it to a wall, and I kind of want to do that for the sake of Instagram, but that's the last of my concerns today. Because I do actually want to make this a nice asset. This flag needs work, but we'll get back to this. I'm not going to think about that for right now. What I really should be doing is pinning some of this and letting it go crazy from there. But we'll get there. Let's do some noting. So first things first, let's go ahead and grab... I keep grabbing up top here. I need to chill out up here. That's not the worst thing I've ever seen, actually. If you ever get a 3D printer, you can print stuff you make and make a collection. I don't know if 3D printing is on my to-do list. I thought about it for a long time, and then I kind of decided against it. But it is possible. Okay, we're going to assign a new material to this. We're still in the pre-render, and let's go down and just delete this guy real quick. There is no need for that extra geometry. It looks perfectly fine. Okay, and you are going to be our nice little oak staff. My computer is having a lot of loading trouble, so if it's a little glitchy or if my camera skips a little bit, I apologize. I can't control it. Windows decided to do an update last night, and it destroyed everything I've ever done. It's very frustrating. I don't know why Windows is obsessed with updating right now. Every day it's like update, update, update. It's like, chill. I'm done. I get it. You have updates. It wouldn't be a problem if every time they update they didn't slow down my computer, but they do. And it's like, stop. I'm done. I'm good. You don't even have another product that I can buy from you in alternative for this. So you're not like... It's not like Apple where they slow down a phone to get you to buy a new phone. It's like, there's not another version of Windows. Like, chill. Stop messing with my computer. This looks usable. It's maybe not my favorite thing in the world, but it does look usable. You can change the settings so it don't slow down. So I turned off all of the auto updating things. I did a whole bunch of stuff like that. And then Windows did an update and turned the setting back on. So I turned it back off, and they did an update and turned it back on. And it's like, cool. Great piece of software you got. So I don't know what's up with them. They're just frustrating. Okay, we're going to do a bunch of gold. Let's do some gold. First things first, we're going to do gold. There's always a brick to the motherboard trick. I forgot about the brick to the motherboard trick. You're right. Honestly, it never dawns on me that taking a brick to the motherboard is the best course of action. Okay, we're going to do you, and the rivets are all this gold. Nice, beautiful gold. Now the flag is intersecting with this eyelet. Do I care? I think I don't care about this. As cool as it would be to, like, care, I think this is fine. Anybody who has a problem with this, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. Like, I get it. You're right, technically. It's a bad design decision, but also, it's just a bunch of geometry that I don't want to worry about. Yeah, we're going to stick with that. You like it? I appreciate that. Okay, so now we just got to edit our metals and then do our flag, and we're done. And we got 25 minutes to do all that. Yo. We're in this. I'm going to pick a flag just by random, and we're going to go ahead and throw the flag on here. Tell that their thoughts are noted. What? I don't know what you're talking about. You like flags? I also really like flags. CQDK, I have something that I think you'll really enjoy. I'm just gonna share this with the class for just a moment. Let me make sure I don't share any sensitive information real quick. I'm gonna be a little bit careful how I do this first. Okay, this should be fine. All right, I have a folder hidden deep in my Google Drive, and it is all of my favorite logos, and I collect flags. I really like flags. If you're out for good flags, if you want the premium choice of flags, go check out the Japanese prefecture flags. There's like 35 of these, and they're all crazy looking. They're all very weird looking. I love them. They're so strange. Yep, I got South Africa, which is amazing. It's the progress of black culture through society. Beautiful flag, really cool idea. Got Arizona, the OG, top tier flag. Anyway, done nerding out. I like flags a lot. I love flags. Flags are the coolest, man. Okay, so what are we doing with this Beck to Corbin? We're going to want not that. Let's go back to gold. Let's go ahead and pop it out, and we're going to go ahead and make this as like a dark iron. Let me turn on our original guy here. There's some little chiseling that's going on in here. So to me, that screams a little bit of a Musgrave. Little bit of a Musgrave, just making some little dents on it. And we want these really sharp, hyper-aggressive angles. So let me do that. Oh, the rain is pouring. If it looks a little dark on my camera, it's very dark in the house right now. This should be just fine. We pop this guy on down. And we put on some object data. I only own the Danish flag. Nothing wrong with that. I have the UN flag somewhere in my closet somewhere. I like the UN flag. It's a little complicated. It doesn't pass the flag test, but it is beautiful. I do love it quite a lot. It just doesn't pass the flag test, so you can't love it that much. Okay, that looks good enough for me. So we'll go ahead and throw on a color ramp. I got flagged on the internet a few times. I believe it. I believe that quite deeply. That makes sense for you, Pyro. Okay, we're gonna lower that strength quite a bit, make it look real nice and gradual. This is kind of second nature for us at this point. We've all seen this. We've all done this. We're gonna have, you know what? This is the first time I'm gonna add a little like transient. The story of how we got the Danish flag is weird. Let's hear it. I think we're all down to hear that. There we go. Little bits, just little bits and bobs of deeper wear and tear. In fact, this guy I'm probably gonna make a little bit more gradual as well. That's it. That looks pretty nice and clean. It's been used. It's a little abused. Can't be mad at that. I gotta fix that. That little spear tip sucks. I hate that thing. We gotta work on that. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and make it dark iron. I think the way I want to do this is going to get a little complicated, but shouldn't be too bad. Bada boom. Just like that. And let's pop you up onto here. And I'm honestly just going to grab 2 colors from this thing. So we have little specks of white all over it. Should work here. This should be a white to black transient. Yep, that looks perfect. Look at that. Gorgeous. Cool. Okay, now we get the color right. So we're going to go ahead and grab a nice gray, and we're going to grab this little reddish rusty sort of color. And that should be really subtle and charming for us. Maybe a little bit more vibrant on the red. We'll go ahead and brighten this guy up just a little bit. And we'll go ahead and pull this part back just a little bit. Oh no. Okay, so that literally cannot get any bigger. So what we need to do is grab you and pop you up and do it one more time. So we got that, and now I can go ahead and pull you back from the brink. There we go. You know what? I think we can just skip the middleman. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, screw it. We can skip him. Not needed. Now it's my job to fix it. Yep, perfect. And now we're just going to lighten you up just a little bit. In fact, let's not lighten you up. Let's just lower your saturation a little bit, and that should track. That's pretty good looking as far as I'm concerned. We're going to use this as well for our roughness, I think. Let's combine those 2 guys together. Mix RGB like this. Should work. That is nice looking. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to maybe multiply. I'm thinking it's still going to be black if we multiply, so I might do an add instead. Oh, that is nice looking. That is nice looking. I'm going to go ahead and lower that strength 1. That is really good looking. Yo. We come over here to the Musgrave. We make it a little bit bigger. That's not half bad. I kind of want to ding up the gold now that I'm looking at this, but we'll think about that. I think she's perfect. I think we're looking at a perfect babe. Okay, let's come up here. Let's check our metallics. Our speculars can be a little bit higher. Just saw a video of a parrot eating a Chrysanthemum city sign. So casual. Core memory. Did you just deprogram me? What are all those words you just said? Core memory. What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about, Pyro. It's a meme thing? Okay, I'm not in with the cool kids these days, I guess. Okay, you know what? We have to do this. I have to do this. I can't not do this. It looks too good to resist. So let me go to the gold. We're going to paste you down. We're going to delete you. We're honestly going to delete you because we don't need middlemen in this. Are you gonna finish that croissant? Good, stay on the side. The attitude. All right, we've been sent a literal meme. I'm gonna let everybody click that at their own discretion. Maybe be careful of unknown memes on the internet, but I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, that's perfect. A little bit of texture on that gold. A little bit of beautiful looking texture. Don't come to the weird side of the internet. Oh, I am on the weird side of the internet very often. I just don't know what you're talking about. Okay, those are my little guys. No, I like it better this way. Really subtle. Really subtle is what we want. Subtle is the name of the game. We're also not touching anymore, which is... How do we do that? Perfect. Even I don't have an idea. Honestly, Pyro, that sounds like your energy. Okay, we got 15 minutes left. I'm going to grab a flag and throw a flag on here. I never saved this. Yikes. Yikes, folks. We're going to call this flagged Halberd. Spelled wrong, of course. And now we can hide our empties, and let's go grab ourselves a flag on the internet somewhere. So, what flag are we going to use? Immediately, I am thinking the Welsh flag. Immediately, I'm thinking of Wales. So, let's go take a look. Famous flags. I'm kind of inclined to do the gay flag, but I think that's a little too on the nose. Today, I have no idea what I am saying, and I take no responsibility for the actions or words. That's fair. That's honestly fair. Let's look up classic flags. Medieval flags. Use some video game flag. Did you all hear that? Oh, I don't care about criticism. People can make fun of whatever they want to make fun of. Let's do a Wales flag. There's just something about the Wales flag. There's just something about it. It's gorgeous. It is thundering. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm doing. I hope this doesn't seem offensive to anybody. Jeez. My gosh. Oh, I can't find... There we go. Pansexual. It's not exactly the energy I was going for. That's the energy I'm going for. How big is that? That's huge! Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, I've been sent to flag. I'm going to switch to Blender real quick so I don't accidentally... Oh, he's great. Alright, hold on. So this is the flag you want me to use? Oh, man. Oh, these are regional flags. Oh, the bird with the boot. This is getting saved. I'm gonna look at this later. Oh, that's the one. All right, we're playing with thunder. Let's play with thunder. This is the one. I'm using this one. Oh my god, he's amazing. Oh, these are so good. My electricity might go off at some point. I'm just gonna give that warning right here at the beginning. So if the stream just ends and you get a bunch of weird stuff, I couldn't do anything about it. Sorry, folks. Jeez, my gosh. Check out the Sicily flag? Alright, I'll check out the Sicily flag, but then I'm jumping. We're going to the next part. Let me go ahead and make a flag real quick here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the flag that we got here into that folder. Oh, it's perfect. We'll leave that up just like that. Let's check out the Sicily flag. Yeah, this is a classic one. This is quite a classic. A little Medusa with 3 legs going in a circle around her. There's something very weird about this. Alright. Let's do this thing. We got 10 minutes. We can solve this. 10 minutes to node this guy up. What do we want? We want just base color as an image texture. Very, very easy. It is thundering. Okay. It's not gonna look good. We gotta fix it. Actually, it doesn't look bad. We want a lot of sheen, and the sheen tint should be high, and the specular should be... No, specular can be high. Roughness is very high. This thing is not metallic at all. I think we just did it. First try. I'm going to double check that my UVs look correct, but I think we're okay. It is pouring. It is pouring outside. Holy cow. Perfect. We got our flag set up. Okay, so let's go ahead and say that that is the first part done. So I think I'm going to start on the... This is the first time I've ever finished something on stream, like, in the time limit. It's definitely not the first time, but it's one of the only times. I'm going to go ahead and do us all a favor real quick, and we're just going to get real close up on my face. We're going to go ahead and change a few settings real quick. You get to see me extra bright because my room is pitch black right now. There we go. Okay, so that's that done. It's very cool looking. Oh, I love him. I would probably try and make the little flag holder right now if I could, but we're not there. Thank you for the save. Very appreciated. You know what we're going to do? Actually, I'm going to take a few more seconds. We're going to take a few more seconds to do this. $100 out of 10 rating. Ah, it's very appreciated. So this is going to be it. This is going to be last chance for you to all join the raffle. So anybody who wants to join the raffle, make yourself known. Otherwise, forever hold your peace. I'm going to go ahead and make this wall real quick. I might make a little something for this to stick in, but otherwise we are done. So do what you will. Okay, so that is our wall, and let's node that wall up. I'm going to go ahead and grab this wall and throw it in here so I can just remove this. Let's go ahead and remove the grid lines. Where do I see grid lines at? How do we struggle with this? Floor. There we go. So we're going to call this brick wall. And as you might imagine, I'm going to use the most obvious thing you've ever seen to do this. I'm pretty sure I could teach a child to do this in 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. Guess I can't. But this is a pretty standard setup here. Nothing too crazy going on this one. We'll go 90 degrees on that. Make ourselves a nice little brick wall. I think the bricks might be just a little bit too small. So we'll get nice and big in there. We're gonna mortar smooth just a little bit more. That'll do. Okay. And then we pop this guy on up. Now, what's weird about this is I actually need to come back. This is what I hate about the brick texture. Both the brick texture and the checker texture need a rework. They need to be combined into one node, and that node needs like a big rework. Okay, so we're gonna throw on a little bit of bias. It's not supposed to work that way. Let's go 0.5 on the bias. There we go. You want little bits sticking here and there. Yep, that's more of the brick texture that we're going for. And now we want to color it. We're going to color this nice and easy with a Musgrave and a color ramp and a desaturation. So, texture, Musgrave. Oh, also we need object data. No, I'll use generated. It looks fine enough as generated. So we'll do that. We're going to come over here. We're going to do a color ramp, and we're going to come over here and do a hue saturation. Boom to boom. And it is going to look like that. And it's going to look like that. And that is going to go to my base color. And we have ourselves some bricks. Okay, so first things first, we're going to do exactly what we did on the last one, except even more. I will go ahead and plug all of this. We will go ahead and plug this into here. This is going to get messy real quick. I apologize for what you're looking at. It's going to plug that one into the bottom. You know what? Copy you, bring you down and up. We're going to lower that value to make the bricks a little bit darker. Didn't really work the way I wanted it to. Let's go ahead and change this to be a little bit more gradual. That's, I think, the big problem here. We should probably also do the exact same thing on the mortar now that I'm thinking about it. So let's do that. And then I think we're done. I think I don't need to worry about this anymore after this. So the mortar should come down to 0.01 and have this ridge. That'll do. That'll do. I'm having trouble imagining this. The reason why I'm having trouble imagining this, I think, is because there is a straight black, and we don't actually want straight black. So let me go ahead and do this real quick. I know I'm running over time. It'll be worth it, I promise. Okay, that'll do. That's perfect. Looks pretty good. Now we can set our lachronicity to the way we like it. And the scale is right there. Perfect. Okay, so we got bricks. Let's do this fast. Fast, 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 fast. What does a brick look like? A brick is a dark red sort of texture. Is that what a brick looks like? Something like that? Something like that. Is that what bricks look like? Man, I should have looked up a picture of bricks before I started this. I don't know if that's what bricks look like. I will go ahead and take a moment to lower the value on some of them, though. And the saturation on some of them. Actually, I'm going to up the saturation on those ones. And we're going to make it more red. I think it needs more red. 0.01. 0.01. And you know, now that I'm sitting here and looking at this, I think I can invert it. It's going to pop out the mortar, so I'm going to reverse the mortar. But otherwise, I think we're good. That looks just about right to me. I think we're golden. Lower that strength down on the bump node, and then I think we're all good to go. Okay, boom. Brick wall, done. Is it perfect? No, not at all. But now I have a brick with a little flag sticking off the front. So now I can do this, and I did it on the wrong side. That looks like brick. I appreciate that. I need to flip it around to this side. It's all right. It's not my favorite looking thing in the world. I might add a little bit of a wavy texture to it later. Am I going to do it right now? I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go ahead and choose the raffle winner right now. We're going to choose a winner, and then from the winner, we're going to decide how to finish this. And it's Pyro. Pyro, you have won the raffle. The raffle that you wanted, you won. So, it's time for you to do your domination. Okay, let's head back on over to Blendy. You know what? The more I think about this, the more I want to add this. I want to make this like a stone. Like that with a little bit of green. I want to do something like this. Can I get a surprised Pikachu coin? What? No. What do you want as far as like this is concerned? This flag thing here. It's a little extreme looking. This needs to be this again. Yeah, I don't know about that surprised Pikachu coin. That seems a little wild. Also, the mortar should be smaller. Mortar size 0.01. 0.01. Can I get a surprised Pikachu shield to go with the Halberd? Sure. Why not? I'll make a shield for you. We like shields. Shields are very common for us here on this channel. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of a rain slick to this guy, and then we'll be ready to go. Yeah, I don't mind a little bit of a Pikachu. I can live with that. Okay, let's go ahead and add a little bit of roughness so we can make the wall maybe look kind of wet. Why would it be wet? I don't know. That's kind of a crazy look. Let's go 0.05 to bring that up just a little bit. And then we're going to bring this guy down just a little bit. That's not the worst looking stone wall I've ever seen. It's still a little too obvious, but I don't hate it. The only thing that I think I want to add, this is a crazy node setup already. Why did I make this so nuts? The only thing that I think needs to be changed on this is... one, I can do a little bit more of that. And two, I think we're going to want to add the waviness now. So let me add a wave texture. Hooked up with object coordinates. I am so sorry you have to look at this mess. I will not apologize beyond this point, but it is a mess. Is that the worst thing I've ever done? That's not good looking. Okay, so let's not do that. Instead, let's put this on smoothness. What I should be doing is using my Musgrave as a nice little like setup here. Also the bias. I wasn't thinking about the bias. Bias here is 0.5. Bias here is 0.5. Are these even matching? Wait, hold on. 10. 0.01. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0.2. Okay. There we go. Red hooked up with the texture coordinates? Oh yeah, always. What am I not? This should be usable. This should be relatively usable. There we go. Now the bricks get kind of weird on their edges. That's the look I was going for. That's actually pretty nice looking. Can't be mad about that. Okay, cool. Brick wall's done. I'm going to call it. That's done. That's a good look. It's a nice contrast. It shows off that guy really well. We're done. I'm going to look at it from like this angle. I'm going to get my picture like right here. Okay, so you want a surprised Pikachu shield. Okay. Do you have a preference for what kind of shield we're going to make? Because that's going to tell us a lot about this. Also, I'm going to look at my images real quick. Hilde, you can go. This little flag holder I need to keep for the sake of my own business later. You can go. So we only have to worry about these two. There we go. Get rid of them. Since it's COVID, a coffin shield? No. Denied. All right, I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. You're going to get a kite shield, a targe, which I think a charge is going to be the best one. Just putting that out there. A coffin shield is a legit shield. Okay, let's take a look. It just looks hard. It just looks hard to do. And it doesn't track. All right, what about this? What about this? Not quite a coffin shield, but a shield. Because the coffin shield's a little too prominent as far as I'm concerned. What about this bad boy? I love the war door. The war door is very good. Ooh, the Celtic shield. You want a tower shield? I'll make a tower shield. Whatever. That works. I'll go ahead and tell you, holding a halberd with a tower shield is probably the worst thing you could do for yourself. But I'm not going to stop the person who's running at me with a tower shield from making bad decisions. Oh, I have a beautiful way to make a tower shield. I know exactly how I'm doing this. Oh, we got to convert it. I hate wikis for using WebPs. It's great. It'll be great when we all switch over to WebPs, but we're not there right now. Not in Dark Souls? Okay, what do you want? I'm just downloading this image real quick. You want a tower shield. Yeah, they all look roughly the same. They're like the same thing. I could put a little divot on the top if you want the little divot. The looking over divot. You want me? I'll make like that, right? Oh, it's not bad in Dark Souls. I understand. I am going to add this little divot on top. It's a web piece, so I'm just going to do it for memory. Yeah, Dark Souls... Dark Souls is not bad when it comes to realism, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's really not that bad. But there's times where it's like, come on now. You leave this to my imagination? I appreciate that. This is going to be good, I promise. I'm going to make this real nice with the amount of time that I have. Assuming that I have enough time, I'm going to make this really nice. You are fine with everything? That's what I like to hear. I'm going to need a surprised Pikachu face as well. I'm going to have to, like, blacklight it to get it looking correct, but we'll get there when we get there. I really need to make a mace soon. I love maces. Maces are definitely, like, the best weapon in my mind. Okay, let's go ahead and divide this guy into a few parts. Thank you for the hydrate, Saf. As long as you enjoy doing stuff you like, we are good with this. Oh, yeah. Go grab your beer. You deserve a beer after the day you had. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab one, bring it down. Perfect. We got a flat on top. That's a pretty good looking shield as far as I'm concerned. Now, I would design this with normals if I was being realistic, but we're not being realistic. We're just kind of having some fun. So let's be fun. Whatever floats your goat, my guy. Okay, we need to apply scale before we can do that. So we do it one more time and we go down to apply our scale. And now we need this thing to look kind of crazy. So here's what we're up to. I'm going to grab all of this, and we're going to extrude along normals. Every weapon is the best weapon until someone shows up with a weapon that exploits its weaknesses. It's kind of reductionist, but I agree. I made the mistake of drinking water as a passenger in a car near a stop sign. I love that. That's the energy right there. That's the energy we all need. Am I going to make this a 2D flat plane? Hey, T, what's up? T, how you been? Did you take a nap? Please, grid fill. Oh, no. I don't want to fix this. I love that. I don't want to fix this. Oh, wait. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Grid fill. Please. No. You just mowed the lawn? Not bad. I've mowed most of my lawn just the other day, but basically ended up being like nothing. Our lawn is like impossible to take care of. Okay, well, here we go. We're gonna buckle in. Sorry, folks, that you have to watch this, but this is gonna be just what we have to do for the last little bit here. It'll all come together in the end. I'm glad I didn't do more subsurfacing before I did this. I'm glad this is the step that we are currently on. And we're all gonna be better for it. Correct? Correct. How much time do I have? I have 45 minutes. 45 minutes to do a really nice looking tower shield with correct embellishments and a surprised Pikachu face on the surface. No problem. No problem. Hey, tablet genius. Are you really a tablet genius? We are making a tower shield with surprised Pikachu as its insignia because Pyro is a meme lord. Which, what else would you expect, honestly? We all know Pyro at this point. Good response. Hello? Let's recalculate outside real quick. Mesh, normals, recalculate outside. Grab you, you look fine. Bow before the meme lord. Honestly, I know what you're into. Did we make a hole here? Oh. You tried your best without being too annoying. You know, that's all we can ever hope for. Looks about right to me, so let's go ahead and do a grid fill. Please, grid fill. Please, you want a grid fill so bad. Thank you. Okay, beginning of a shield. Ready. Now we're going to do the extremities. Bring Toffee for your new overlord. Wow. The chaos of chat is strong right now. I need a chaos meter for chat, honestly. You all lose your minds very regularly. Okay, so we have the beginnings of a shield. I look at it like this. It looks perfect. It's a shield. Thank you for the hydrate. What we really want to do here is get this crenellation stuff looking kind of nice. So, could Taffy work in place of Toffee? Pyro. Taffy is honestly so good. All right. I'm glad we know that Pyro has at least a force of good, if not anything else. Is this a terrible amount of subdivisions? You bet. Am I going to clear out a bunch of these? You bet. The rest of those are fine. Okay, that'll do. And now we're going to make our shapes. You know what I need to do? Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's go ahead and cut this guy in half, and we're going to do a mirror. Because why not? Whoa. All right, I googled Taffy, and Overlord mercifully agrees. Did you accidentally just post a Wikipedia article? Toffee is uncountable, a type of confectionery made by boiling sugar or treacle with butter or milk, then cooling the mixture and becomes hard, while taffy is a soft, chewy. They're like inherently different candies, aren't they? One of them can be fruity and one of them can't. You can't have fruity toffee, can you? I don't think that's a thing. Is there fruity toffee? Because I could get into toffee if it's fruity. Okay, here's our perimeter. Here's what we got to work with. We're going to use spikes because why not? Okay, so we're going to do just nice little spikes. Let's divide these guys in half while I'm looking at it, but I'll do the bottom first. And I'm going to be extra fancy with it and start from the side here. Because I think it looks cooler if it's almost like teeth biting down where they match their incisions together. Favorite candy flavor. Oh, God. This is going to be a tough one. Favorite candy flavor. In Poland, you can buy chocolate ones. Not so good. That does not sound good. Star Wars is childishly hilarious when you replace the word Sith with blank. Wow. Farrell, I expect nothing less from you. Let's go ahead and Alt-H this, bring it back to where we like it. That's sort of the energy right there. And we're going to go ahead and clear out a few of these divisions. You know what? Actually, let's go back. I take it back. I'm okay with this. We're just doing little tiny divisions. Really simple stuff. Nothing too crazy. All right, kind of has like a mirror vibe to it, which is what I was going for. Hey, folks. I don't know why that's glitching out. What's going on here? Oh, there's... Oh, I see. I see. Let's go ahead and grab you and dissolve. And that'll solve that problem. And I'm going to go ahead and X-ray into here. Grab just you. Pull you over. And call it a day. Done. Tower Shield. There's going to be a VR game where you revile famous moments from Star Wars. Oh my gosh, you guys are going fast. Favorite candy is blue raspberry. Blue raspberry is yummy. Strawberry is your favorite. I can't do strawberry. Melon is pretty top tier. I wonder if you visit Anakin. Watermelon candy. Oh, okay. Watermelon, top tier fruit. Watermelon's the top tier fruit. How long I've been 3D modeling? It'll be a year in October. It'll be 1 year in October. Favorite candy flavor? I mean, dark chocolate is always just kind of like the one, you know? Like, dark chocolate's just really good. Let's see. That didn't help at all. I gotta fix this somehow. This is a little too clumsy looking for me. Relive. Vegetables don't exist. Yeah, this is true. It kind of looks like a Pikachu if you squint hard enough, too. So I'm okay with this. We're going to call it there. It's a little sharp. I don't love the way that looks. If I shade it smooth and we throw on some auto smooth, still doesn't look great. I do not consider chocolate separate from candy, but I see where you would draw that distinction. You wonder if somebody ever made a Marmite flavored candy? I feel like that must be true. Yes. Okay. So again, I would have done this with a normal map if I had more time. If I had to think about it, I would use a normal map, but we're not doing a normal map. We're just doing it regularly. So let's put a surprise Pikachu on here. You know what? I'm going to go one step further. This is a fancy shield. Let's go one step further. We're not even done. We're going to go smooth all the way across. There we go. There's a tower shield for you. If we're really trying to make the tower shield work correctly, you probably want to flare out that bottom a little bit. Dark Souls doesn't have that, but that's typically the rhythm you want to go for. So I'm going to flare the bottom out just a little bit using maybe a sharp of -0.1. Yeah, that is a good looking tower shield. It's not the best looking tower shield, but it's a good looking tower shield. It's one that I can live with. I could wake up next to this tower shield. Thank you for the stretch. Are tower shields one of the good shields? No. Tower shields are not good. They're fine. They're fine if you're in a military formation. But if you're like journeying out into the world, if you're like a D&D character and you use a tower shield, you deserve to be slain. Like, you deserve to not live. A quote command. You want to make quotes? Okay. There is a native one in Streamlabs. So a tower shield is bad because it lacks mobility. Which is fine if mobility doesn't matter, like on a battlefield. But if you're adventuring, if you're walking around in the woods, you can't. Like, it just doesn't work. You'll die. Like, you'll actually keel over before this is useful to you. So if you're on a war field, it's fine. It's also not very good in war because it lacks the ability to be like moved and properly adjusted. The only weapons that really work with a tower shield is a spear that's as light as possible, or a rapier, which, like, why are you using a rapier on a war field? That doesn't really make any sense to me. It is not currently active. I will activate it, but it doesn't work quite perfectly yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do quotes. Let's go to default. Let's see. Quotes. Quote. Random quote. Okay, it's currently set up that you have to ask a mod to do a quote for you. So you will have to get the help of a mod to do it. I will look at the settings later to see if I can fix that, but I definitely don't have time for that right now. Okay, so let's do this. This is fine. And let's get a surprised Pikachu face coming in here. So, surprised Pikachu. Oh, somebody made a really nice high quality one. Thank you so much to the human being who made this. Thank you so much. This is very, very appreciated. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice little two-toned sort of guy. I'm going to add maybe a Fresnel filter to make this really pretty. But otherwise, we're looking at just kind of a straight thing. I could wake up next to this shield. Can any mods please help out Beryl? I will teach you how to do it. Actually, I will do it. I'll do the first one by myself, so everyone can just see how we do it. Quote. Boom. There you go. So that's how you add a quote. For anybody who would like to help with quotes in the future, that is how you do it. I guess shout out to anybody who wants to be a mod as well. Okay, we're going to call this shield. I know there's a lot of people who want to be mods. I'm going to be very specific who can and cannot be a mod. So maybe I shouldn't be offering it as freely as that. No, I just added it. Yeah, there's no way you would know how to have done it because I just added it. So you got nothing to worry about as far as that's concerned. Okay, let's lower this guy down a little bit, make ourselves a nice little shield. So we're going to Fresnel this later, but for the time being, that's going to be a fine-looking metal shield. The Fresnel is going to make this little ridge here look a lot better too, I think. Okay, so specular is fine, I suppose. What we really want is to focus on this bump right here. So hopefully it can just add this automatically and we don't need to worry too much about it. I am going to add a little bit of texture in here as well. We'll get there when we get there. But first and foremost, let's add this and see if this works. It looks kind of like a real shield in a bizarre backwards way. So the reason why this is because I have the mirror modifier still turned on. Oh my god. He's horrifying. Okay, let's round out these edges real quick. That's it's a little gross because it's not showing up correctly. Oh, how do I want to do this? Okay, I'm going to go into Krita real quick. We're going to go ahead and edit this image. It's got color data, and I want to remove the color data, and that should help us a lot. So give me one moment. I'm going to pop into Krita. We're going to fix this image, and we're going to redo it. There we go. Here you go. Let me not do that. Instead, I'm just going to add a layer underneath it. And that layer is going to be white. There we go. Hello. Please don't rotate. I do that literally every time I start Krita. And we're going to do like an edge detect. I think I really should have done this in Illustrator. But too bad. Edge detection. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Edge detection. Oh, how are we going to do this? This is going to get annoying. You know what? We are going to do this in Inkscape. Let's do this in Inkscape real quick. It's going to be a lot better there. Please don't drop frames because I'm loading 1,000 programs at once. There we go. We're going to go ahead and close that Krita. No, we don't want to save it. And what I want to do is throw down a little cube of red so we can see what we're working on. Because I want to make sure that we don't accidentally throw in something that's a little annoying. From file, image rendering node. Yeah, sure, whatever. All that's fine. There's our Pikachu. Let's go ahead and grab him. And we're going to go ahead and trace. Where are we looking? Path. Object to path. That's not what I wanted. I wanted trace bitmap. Nope, please. Going as fast as I can. Single scan. Speckles. Sure. Does that look good enough? That might be fine. Oh, that looks plenty fine. That looks plenty. That'll do right there. Okay. Got ourselves a nice looking Pikachu. He's very firm looking. I think we might want to blur him. Do we want to blur him? We do. So we're going to go deep down the rabbit hole. So let's export this to my desktop. Please don't export to somewhere that tells a lot about my computer. Thank you. It'll be that. He is kind of perfect looking. I'm going to try and load him in like this, but I have a feeling we're going to have to... What? Hey, fun fact, folks. I didn't actually export it. How frustrating is that? Boy, I love using not Blender. Every time I use not Blender, I feel great. It's like I only know how to use one application. We're gonna do it one more time. We're gonna click U. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna do the exact same thing we did last time. Selection, blah, blah, blah. Export as to desktop. Click, and I click the export button. Now we've done it. Now I go back to Blender. We're gonna open up our little guy, which is this one. Why didn't that work? Okay, yeah, we definitely need to make a normal map out of this, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a normal map. I'm going as fast as I humanly can. We're going to finish this. We are going to finish this today. Here you go. Let's go ahead and expand our canvas just a little bit. Up by enough. I don't care. Throw on a blur. I'll make the blur like 10. That should be fine. That looks okay to me. And now we're going to convert that into a normal map, which is done with... Where are we looking? Normal map. Where do we make a normal map? It's in here somewhere. Artistic. Nope. Boy, you can tell I don't use Krita very often. I'm definitely not a 2D artist. Where's make normal map? Normalize is not what I wanted. Fong bump map. No. I could probably just use it like this. I probably don't need to worry too much, but I know there is the option to make a normal map in here. And like if I can, there you go, height to normal map. Really? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, we'll just take it like that. That's fine. This will be our little guy. Perfect. Well, thank you for sticking with me while I managed all of that. I'm going to go ahead and call this Pika Normal. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Anybody who knows what they're doing is probably bracing for impact as I mess something up, but we'll get there when we get there. I don't know. We'll figure all it out. So, Pika Normal. Make sure I'm in the correct scene. I am. We're back. And it's a little smoother than it was before, but it's not as smooth as I want it to be. Why not? Why are you not so smooth? What's happening? Should I be using like a displacement or something? Let's use a... There's no way this is going to work. That's not going to work. No. Come on. There's always some hang-up, you know? There's always something that gets in here. Okay, that'll work. So we'll just go ahead and take that and pop him up to the displacement instead. And why not? It does the same thing. Why? Alright, you know what? We're going to get a little fuzzy Pikachu, I guess. I'll see if I can round it out a little bit. Maybe there's a way to take this and like decouple it a little bit. But in the meantime, that's what we're going to do. Let me go ahead and grab this guy. We're going to grab our mirror. We're going to hit apply. We're going to UV unwrap it correctly. Smart UV project like that. Hello? Let's check our UVs. Smart UV project using like a 90. Should make it pretty big. Yep, that works. And now all we need to do is grab our image and shrink the image down to fit in there. Which I'm a little skeptical of how good that's going to look, but we'll give it a shot. Oh no. Oh no. UV mirror on the y-axis. Is this the worst thing we've ever seen? Too many Pika? You know. Okay, I have to fix it. I don't want to do this. You know what? Actually, I have a really easy solution to this. We're just going to open it in Paint. I can fix this very fast. I also like this. Okay, so we're going to zoom out. We're going to make our thing much bigger. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this color. We're going to fill all of this. It's perfect. Looks roughly perfect to me. So we'll go ahead and save that. Let's head back to Blender. Pika Normal looks like that now. So we're going to open up Pika Normal. Hey, there we go. Now we got something. Let's go to our edit. I'm breaking everything. There we go. Wow, it does not like processing this. It's actually quite upset about what we're doing here. Sir, please. Just place the Pika in the middle of the shield. All right, we've done it. We've done it, folks. There's so much more I want to do, but honestly, let's just go from where we got it. Oh, he's pretty good. He's pretty solid. Okay, we're gonna add a it definitely works. It's awful looking, but it does work. I'm gonna add a mix RGB real quick. That doesn't solve our problem at all, which I didn't think it would. We're gonna add a Musgrave texture because that's the mood of the day. I'm going to apply scale. We're going to pop out an object node. And we're going to go ahead and do the detail high and the detail low, just as we always do it. Make surprised Pikachu shield. Me. Surprised Pikachu meme. That's relevant. Boy, ain't that relevant. Alright, let's go ahead and throw on this. Pyro, I kind of feel like you were planning that the whole time. I'm going to put this here for the sake of my own interest. Okay, so two things are going to happen real quick here. First thing that's going to happen is these blacks are going to be less prominent. These whites are going to be less prominent. And we're going to bring them together a little bit more. And now we're going to take this Pikachu and we're going to invert the nodes. Where's my invert? Right there. Looks like an island on a world map. It kind of does. I do love it. Okay, let's lower that distance and we're going to just bask in what we've done. There's got to be a way to resurface this so it doesn't look so gross, but I don't know how to do it. Texture, color, vector. It's probably in vector. It might be in converter. Dare I do this? This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. Hey, folks, don't do this. We're going to go ahead and do a modulo, I think. Where's modulo? Don't do this. This is a bad idea. Every particle in me is telling me not to do this. But I'm going to do it anyway. Because I'm nuts. We actually got it to work. No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, before we get too lost in this. Hey, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Division. Division does it. There we go. Yes, we've done it. Okay, it's not a pretty solution, but it is a solution. Let's do it. Okay, so two things that I want to finish this thing off with. One, I want to do the color, because of course we're going to do crazy colors on this thing. And two, I really want to do... My brain is lost. I really want to set this thing up with some good old brain. Please work. I want to give it a leather strap. I want to give it a leather strap is what I want to do. So, layer weight. Facing. Mix RGB. Grab this color. Pop you in. Come on over here. We're gonna do probably a linear light, I think will be the better way to do this, but we will see when we get there. I'm also gonna use this Musgrave because why not? This is gonna look crazy. Okay, so let's put a rainbow on here and see what the rainbow does to it first. So, a 0.5, a red. We'll do the red at 1 instead of a red at nothing. And we're going to do that. And we're going to go HS to far. Okay, so there you go. That's how you make a kind of crazy looking shield. I think it was supposed to work a little bit better than that, but for whatever reason, it didn't like this normal. There we go. That looks a little nicer. Oh yeah, RGB for all your gaming needs. Yeah, those little holes look good, actually. I'm gonna subtle it out just a little bit. I want it to do the full range. Oh no. That line can't be there. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I think it looks bad. So we're gonna do reflection data instead. Which doesn't work. Why not? Why does reflection data not work? Okay, well, this has been a fun one. It's been a really weird setup today. What if I just use the Pikachu as my normal? Is that going to make the Pikachu like a weird rainbowy sort of thing? It does. That line there has to go. But otherwise, Pikachu is the rainbow. Oh, that's it. There it is. Look at that. That's, oh, gorgeous looking. Really gorgeous looking. I'm going to go ahead and change out for the modulo or the division. I think that's going to be a little bit better for us. But otherwise, Pikachu's the one. Hey, Tablet Genius, I never asked you. Are you a 3D modeler? How long have you been 3D modeling for? Nope, it doesn't work. We got to go back to Pikachu. Perfect. That's my shield. Now, let's get it less rainbow. We had our fun. It was rainbow. Now it's going to be less rainbow. Whoa. Whoa. A little intense looking. Ooh, man, this gets weird quick, doesn't it? Let's go back down to 0.6, and I'm gonna remove the linear light, but I'm also gonna remove saturation. And I think that's gonna be the goal. Gamer keyboard Pikachu. Oh yeah, this is the aesthetic, man. Look how nuts he looks. He looks good. Like, in a weird way, it looks really good. Okay, that's more the look I was going for. Kind of a pearly, weird looking shield. So, shout out to Pikachu for just being the craziest little guy. And I'm going to go ahead and do the worst thing you could think of. Am I running over time? I'm getting pretty close to running over time. I think we might forego the leather strap. Okay, we're going to do like a multiply. Okay, so a multiply is not what we want because we're starting from zeros. Shield of the element of surprise. That's exactly what we're looking at. There we go. Now it's got that creeping sort of, almost like a slimy look to it. Okay, so now we can come back to absolute rainbow. Let's go back to the bright, bright rainbow. And now we can choose how much of this rainbow we want. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm going to say that's it for now, but clearly we can do a lot with this. So, hey, anybody who's interested, this is a very fun node array. If you want to make some weird metals, here you go. Make this. This thing's very fun to work with. Yeah, that'll do. That's my boy right there. You know what? The more I look at this, the more I think I want to add one additional detail that is not smart. But it is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to grab all of this. You're a rookie in 3D. When I watch 3D modeling streamers, I get inspired. Well, I hope I am at least somewhat encouraging to you. I started 3D modeling on stream. So about a year ago, I just decided, you know what, I'm going to stream myself doing this. And I just went. And honestly, it's very fun. So I think the point of what I'm saying there is you should try and create an opportunity for yourself to 3D model. Like, you should create, like, the conditions with which you will take it seriously. And I think that's going to be huge for your workflow. You know what I just didn't do? I didn't even assign it. Is what I didn't do. I need to assign. Now we go back to object mode, and now we come to here, and now we can drop this down. We can drop that down, and we can drop this down. There we go. Now we got ourselves a nice, crazy-looking shield. Boom. Okay. Is it a great shield? We like not smart ideas? For sure we do. Look how far we've come. Look how far from God's grace we've fallen. All right, let's go ahead and just give this guy a little bit of a rotate. And then honestly, I'm pleased as punch with what we've done today. I could not be any more pleased with this. No, this is so smart. You know what? I believe it. I've been awarded points. I've been awarded the maximum number of points that can be bestowed. So honestly, I think we've done it. So let's set up our camera and get a picture of this guy. This is our meme. Welcome to our meme post of the day. It's not bad. The one thing I would add is I would prefer that it was a little bit more, you know what, that's the angle right there. That's the shot. That's how we're going to do it. Let's go back to our bricks real quick. I realized I actually should have done object data. The generated is actually a bad move here. We got to double check our scale and then we're done. So that scale is not good looking. So let's bring the bricks up to size and then we're done. Officially done. So both these guys can be scaled up to 2. Just A-okay looking to me. I don't know why this changed. Oh gosh, I messed it up. You all are very supportive. I appreciate that. Where is all this support coming from? Since when were you all supportive? Okay, that's our wall. That looks about right. I'm going to say it looks good. And we're going to go ahead and throw our camera in the spot that we like. Lord knows Simo is going to hate the way that I do this camera because he keeps telling me how to do it correctly. But it only works with numpad, and I don't have a numpad. This is some funky business. You know what the song? The song is very funky. I'm a big fan of the song. The song is from Phantom Brave, by the way, if anybody is curious. We'll go ahead and do a little bit. You need to support the streamer or else you get no stream. That's true. Can I hire you as my lawyer? Let's do a little RZ, give it a little bit of an angle. And we'll do a little bit of GX, a little bit of GY, a little bit of GZ, bring it on up. I think we want a little bit more RZ to see more of that Halberd, and GY on over. Okay, that I think is my setup, and now I'm just going to choose an HDRI that I like. I always do my camera by using camera to view. Yeah, I can't do that because I don't have a numpad. Otherwise, I agree, I would do that. Okay, let's go camera view, which I have a shortcut for now. And we're going to go into our world settings and choose a world setup that we like. And I'm going to rotate it correctly because I care today for some reason. I'm thinking we want field. It's going to be pretty pronounced. Okay, so we got field. Let's do... That flag does not like the way field looks. So let's switch off of field. Let's go to something a little bit more subtle. Let's go to like British market. You don't need a numpad for camera to view. Last I checked, I wasn't allowed to do it. Yeah, I must be thinking of something else. Let's see, what do we want? Ooh, that's a good one. That little ridge right there on the stone is cool. But I'm going to go ahead and rotate this one just a little bit. It's like a day-night cycle. That is... Okay, I think that's as good as we're going to get. I think that's our boy. I am a little disappointed in the dark edge of the shield, so I think I'm going to take that and lighten that up real quick. I know I'm obsessed. How far over time we are? We're 4 minutes over time. That's nothing. Color me not upset at all. It looks bad. How do I fix this? Wait, what? Why is it not working? Hello? The node is not moving. That was weird. Why was that happening? You know what? Actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, let's just remove this. Let's get rid of all of this on Shield Dark. That's way more of the energy right there. Perfect. Okay. Now we're back to view. And now it looks pretty good. Perfect. That is my boy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get a picture of this. I'm going to go ahead and post it on Instagram as per the norm. And for anybody here who has not joined the Discord, come join the Discord. That's where all the fun is. It's a little quiet at the moment, but I'm coming up with some stuff to make the Discord a little bit more thrilling for you. But it's the easiest way to see what I'm up to follow, whatever, all that stuff. And you can ask people stuff, like Barrel's in there posting good advice for people. I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to go have myself a nice crazy weekend. I'm going to go get out of this house. And that's all. So, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else. Thanks for joining, folks. Peace. Oh. I do remember. I have one thing. I was literally about to click the button. I have to raid somebody. We got to give somebody we got to send some viewers to somebody. Make somebody feel good about themselves. Let's go say hi to somebody. Oh, that's me. That's my own voice. All right, let's check out the 3D modeling category. Ratlord is streaming. I see Ratlord. Oh, Ratlord's like #1, too. Let's go check out Ratlord. If you haven't seen Ratlord, Ratlord's very sweet. She stops in chat sometimes. We like Ratlord. So, let me head back to, please don't play my voice again. I'm going to head over to the dashboard, and we're going to go raid. Go say hi. Go be sweet. You don't have to stay for the stream. Just give her a nice little hello when you get there. And I'll catch you all on Monday. So it's going to start the timer. It's going to be about 10 seconds. And I'll see you all on the other side. Bis später. Auf Wiedersehen.